SISIGMA. What's up? This is CJ, the content connoisseur. And like I always do, I found some on YouTube that made me laugh so hard. It was men whining, complaining, and in a hissy fit because women were like, you know what? If you're 30 plus and you don't have any kids, something's wrong with you. And these dudes were crying like babies, and they were trying to logically break down why it makes sense. I gotta see this. Watch this.
How is it a red flag because I ain't got no kids? That's what this little heifer told me recently. I don't want no damn kids. Raising kids is hard as fuck, especially nowadays, bro. Right now, I have two things: freedom and peace. And I ain't trading them for nothing in the world. Right now, I can do whatever I want without a second thought. The whip that I bought only got 2 seats in that motherfucker. Why? Because I ain't have to worry about nobody else. You feel me? I ain't got to worry about going to nobody's school. I ain't got to worry about taking nobody to the doctor. I can spend my money and my time however I want to do it. And if you want kids and stuff, more power to you. I ain't judging you for that. It's just that ain't the life for me. Because I already know how it is. Raising kids ain't the easiest thing.
Yo, it's amazing. Like, okay, a lot of these guys are so like slow. I'm just gonna say slow. They don't understand. Okay, so he said one, he has a two-seater, right? Which means he's not open to a family. So naturally, if you're a woman and you have a kid, dating a guy with a two-seater is a red flag. I mean, I don't know how you don't see that, brother. I know you slow. I know you slow, but just think about it. Okay, second of all, if she already has a kid, right? You would be a stepfather. So you would have to then be unselfish. That's why you're a red flag. I think when these guys hear these talking points from women, they get triggered and they just make a video and they're like, I got my own money. I can buy whatever I want. I can travel when I want. And it's like, that's exactly why they say they don't want to date you, brother, because they don't want a guy like that. I think in elementary school, they should like really make a class just for listening. Because I don't think they listen to what women are saying. I think they hear the words coming out their mouth and then they respond and not like absorb what she says and then like think about if I was a single parent, right? And I was looking to date, would I want to date someone that's openly saying, yo, I don't want no kids. I want to travel the world. I want to buy what I want to buy. I want to do what I want to do. Would you want to date that person? Probably not. Just saying.
Thing in the world. It's probably one of the hardest things right now. But it ain't for me. And don't judge people like me because I made the decision to not have kids.
It's not judgment. It's called she's filtering, right? What I said before, these guys are in a tissy. They are in their feels. They're in their feelings. They're like, oh my God, you're judging me. It's like they're looking for men that want to come in and be a family. They're not just looking just to date a guy. Think, listen, close your mouth.
You feel me?
I never understood when they say it's a red flag for a man over 30 not to have children. I thought it was the exact opposite. It would show discipline. It would show someone who's being strategic and maybe getting their life in order before bringing children in this world. Again, you'll have men who have 2, 3 kids, multiple women.
This is another thing these dudes do. Sound like some menace for talking points. So they say, well, having kids doesn't make you a father. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. Women are not saying that, dog. What they're saying is they are looking to make a family unit, right? If you don't have any kids, as a guy, you can date them, dip off, and date another one, and dip off and date. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have that ability because you don't have anything like to keep you there, right? Because you don't have any kids. It's not that deep. And if you got your feels, right, and you just listen to what they say, close your mouth, you would understand what they're coming from. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. You've been listening to Kevin Samuels. You've been digesting the red pill, and the red pill's telling you single mothers are bad and run from single mother. I know. It's destroying your mind. I'm sorry. I apologize. But in reality, brother, right? You're not a red flag, but for them, they're afraid of dating you because they're looking for stability. And right now, you can be stable or you cannot be stable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Probably not because you're slow.
And that seems not to be a problem. But a man who chose to be responsible and maybe wait or not have children at all because maybe he just doesn't either want to or is not in a proper position, how that could be a red flag.
Jeez.
So y'all, I'm in here cleaning up my house, right? Getting ready to start work.
Okay.
And I am just like thinking,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to date no man. First of all, this right here is gonna make y'all mad. So if you're married,
Shout out to this sister, bro. Shout out to this sister. This sister is a genius. You know why she's a genius? Because she can telegraph when she's going to make someone mad because she knows your pain points. Because you guys are sensitive. Sensitive. That's what you are. And she can see it. That's why she has to do a disclaimer, which is sad because she's talking to grown-ups, not children.
if you're married, this conversation is not for you. Exit the chat, Bookie. Exit the chat, Bookie. This is for the single and engaged people. I just don't want to date anybody that doesn't have kids. I feel like if a man is 35 and up and he ain't got no kids, something is wrong with him. Think about it. Either you hate women, you hate kids, you gay, you down low, that falls under gay. It's something about you. Something about you. You're sick. You're sick in the head. You probably ill. Got that die slow. It's something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just think of the logic here.
Speak on it. Speak on it. Look. Yeah, a round of applause. So I'm laughing because what these dudes do, right, is they show a woman like that. And they're like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. She's out of her mind. Why would she say that? And not understanding that she said it to trigger you. She said it before, but she did the disclaimer. But you don't listen. You're just trying to talk. And she said it because she knew she can get a rise out of you. And it probably made her day. Honestly, a lot of these people that say these crazy statements, they like to be in the comments and they like to go back and forth with you and troll you. And so that could have been a troll post. I'm not saying it was, but it could have been, right? It could have been, she just said it just to get a rise out of people. And she knows that these dudes, red pill minister dudes, are sensitive punk dudes. And as soon as a woman says something that goes against their narrative or what they believe in, they got to make a video and logically break down why she's wrong and all that stuff. When everything she just said is 100% right because it's her opinion, which means it's not true. It's how she feels about what she says. So it's true for her. And if you just think about it like that, logically, how can you argue with her? You can't. That's how she feels. That's her reality. And so if that's her reality, it is what it is. Oh man, that was
that nose ring.
She was cooking.
It told me everything I need to know about this individual in her.
Look at this dude, this monotone dude right here. Look at her nose. Look at her nose ring. Something wrong with her. And this is the reason why women can call you guys sassy, brother. This is the reason why women can call you sassy. I need some understanding. You're right now you're being sensitive because you're making fun of her looks. And as a man, we're supposed to focus on the actual theory, thoughts, and opinions and beliefs, and not the actual aesthetics. That makes you a hater. Just saying.
Decision making and processing making skills. So for a man to not have children, I mean, she's talking about the typical talking points that you hear. He's gay. Something's wrong with him, and it's just so it blows my mind the way.
Why does it blow your mind, brother? Why? If you know these are talking points, so this is another thing I don't like about these dudes. They are so slow, like they are like on a short bus of slowness. If you've heard something 1,000 times, how is it blowing your mind? Think about it. If someone told you uh, at the beginning of every week it's Sunday, how is that blowing your mind? Like, how does that? It's something that people know, right? So if you know there's a group of people that think this way, how is this blowing your mind? And once again, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. And if you know that, you can just leave it there, let her have her words. You can laugh like me because I thought it was hilarious. I know she's cooking you, dude. She is cooking you, dude. Intentionally said all the little things that she knew that would get you in your feels. That's what she did.
We had this ass. Some people had this ass backwards logic, to whereas a person again who's reckless with their body, reckless with they see, no type of discipline, and will have multiple children, and in some cases can't even afford to take care of their children. There's nothing mentally wrong with them. They're perfectly fine. But a person who's chosen to make the decision to not have children for whatever reason, some people have grown up and they've had a lot of responsibility put on them as a child.
Come on.
And they don't want to be in that same predicament. That's scarred them, and they chose not to have children. Or again, like I said, some people just don't want to have kids. I don't see how this can possibly be a red flag. Somebody let me know in the comments below.
Bro. Dude. Oh my God. I really believe, man. I really believe in my heart and soul that they gotta make a school for dudes that don't know how to like listen and shut up. If you listen and shut up, you will understand what she just said, bro. She said at the beginning of the clip, she's here to troll you. She said in the beginning of the clip, I'm gonna say some stuff that's gonna make you feel bad about your situation. And she did that. And you still don't understand it. You are goofy.
In my off base, I just don't understand how this is a red flag. I never understood this conversation.
Oh, so this morning I see a video. They say if you a man over 30, you ain't got no kids, and you not married, you trash. Nah, baby, that ain't where it is.
Brother, light-skinned brother. What? Let's talk to you real fast. Okay. What are you watching, right? I don't watch that type of stuff, right? What are you watching that would allow you to see in your feed that men with no children are trash? So let's talk about that. What are you guys digesting on your social media that are allowing you to see this nonsense? See, this is a problem with a lot of dudes. A lot of you dudes are sassy. A lot of you dudes think and feel and move like a woman, and so women can then move you because you're just like them. I don't know these different platforms and different mediums where women are saying, oh, if you're 30 years old, you have no kids, something's wrong. I don't look at that stuff because that stuff doesn't interest me. Why does it interest you? Why are you looking at it? Why are you if it's going against building you up as a man, why would you listen to it? Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about this goofy stuff. Why are you looking at stuff that goes against what you believe in and how you move as a man?
Maybe I got morals and values that I believe in something bigger than just being a baby daddy. Yeah, maybe I want the wife before I become the baby daddy. God. Yeah, maybe I want to give my wife the luxury of giving me my first child. Maybe I want to give.
You know what sucks about him saying all this stuff And he's saying all this stuff to people online that know this already. And this is why I said these dudes are on the short bus, because women say things to draw attention to themselves. And that's all they did. This is all this is coming from. I guarantee if a woman is into you and she has a kid, you don't have a kid, it's not going to be an issue because it's not an issue for me. But you guys are so behind when it comes to women. It's just like, it's mind boggling. It's mind boggling how someone can tell you, yo, I'm going to trigger you. I'm going to make you feel bad about yourself for doing the things you want to do with your life, and then do it. And then you make videos based off of it. And then she's sitting there laughing and getting her giggles in with all her friends saying, look how dumb these dudes are. I told them I was gonna make them mad. I told them I was gonna get them feels, and they did it anyway. I just, you know, this is the blind leading the blind. You know, a whole bunch of dudes online crying and whining about stupid stuff that they hear online that you shouldn't be digesting because that doesn't go with your reality, right? Right? Or does it?
My wife the luxury of knowing that I don't have to separate my check with nobody else. See, I don't think it's cute for me to be with a woman and I got kids everywhere else, so therefore I have to tend to other women. I want to share my life with one person only. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I want us to be bonded as one. She don't have to worry about me taking care of another household while I'm taking care of mine. And as far as like saying you trash is single, you can best believe one thing. You might not have no kids, but plenty want to give me one. You did? You feel what I'm saying?
No,
I
I
don't know if
don't
you
do
notice
it.
it or not. This go for all my fellows with no kids. When you tell a woman you ain't got no kids, majority of them want to get ready right there and now. So this is where the black culture at. Sad. Blessings.
Now they make it a black culture thing.
Truly is sad, and he's spot on. Again, we live in baby mama, baby daddy culture.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself. No, we don't. No, we don't. It's another thing I see online, right? It's like they see in their feed a whole bunch of baby mamas and baby daddies. They're like, see, that's the black culture. And it's like, bro, that's on your feed. And once again, black man, why are you digesting this negativity? Let's talk about that. Like, why, as a single black man, if you're really on your square doing what you, why are you digesting this shit? Why? Think about it. Because you're a woman, really. Because only women care about this type of stuff. Only a woman would care. He's 30 years old. He has no kid. Only a woman would care and think about that. Men don't care about that. I don't care.
We don't believe in strong families. We don't believe in husband and wives.
Oh.
And that's why, we're in a lot of situations that we are. You have situations. I just did a story.
We have a lot of Kevin Samuels clones, bro. I mean, he did a number on you niggas, bro. He did a number on you guys are just clones. And the thing about the clones, they're not even like, they don't even have any flair. They're just like, just spit out the YouTube talking points like a little robot. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, the black culture is trash. All we do is fornicate and make children. We don't raise our children. All the men that women want are in jail. All the men out here that want to be married are what do you call them? Are passport bros. And we got to go across seas to get a good woman because the women in America, something's wrong with them. They're westernized. It's just like, you guys are the corniest dudes that ever opened their mouth on social media. And every time you open your mouth, you sound more corny and more corny and more corny and more corny. You guys suffer. This is an affliction from dry Johnson syndrome. I really believe it, because there's no way you're going swimming, you're getting water, you're getting out that Fiji, and you're talking like this, brother. You're in the desert somewhere. I understand. You know what? I'm not going to judge you no more. You're in the desert. We're going to pray that you get out the desert. You get you some Dasani, you get you some Arrowhead, you get you some type of water because you're dehydrated.
On Section 8, and a woman had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend couldn't even live in the same house together because she was afraid if they counted his income she would no longer, or they would no longer be eligible for Section 8. It's this type of mindset that keeps us stagnant in the community, where women think a man actually being disciplined and being in a proper financial position is actually a red flag.
And over the age of 30 years old who's single with no kids is a big red flag. Fellas, please listen to me. Any woman who says that is a red flag, and please walk the other way. Number one, that means that a man is practicing safe sex. That's first and foremost, right? Number two, that means that man is.
Do you guys notice they say the same thing? Every dude that got up there said the same thing, just in different words. I'm responsible. I care about my future. I care about my legacy. I think strategically, bruh. Oh my God, it's like a broken record, bruh. Jeez Louise. These dudes, I see why you guys are in the desert. You're boring. You're boring. You can't even make shaming women it like fun. Like, listen, I don't like Kevin Samuels, right? I don't like him. I think he's a cornball, right? But at least he found a way to make it entertaining. You guys are so freaking robotic. It's not even like fun to even clown you guys. You're just like, I'm the right guy. I pay my taxes. I'm responsible. I do what I'm supposed to do. Choose me. Choose me. Why are you choosing Pookie? Pookie's in jail. It's like, bruh, get over yourself.
Focused in on his career, right? Number three, it can mean that he's focused in on being financially fit, right? And building great financial habits for himself. And that he's focusing in on himself spiritually before he decides to involve himself into any sort of commitment. And by the way, that's talking about a committed man. Now, obviously, there are men out here who are just clear red flags and they're trying to dodge commitment. But for those that have their head on straight, you can't make a statement of that nature and then have men reading this and saying to themselves, oh, I don't feel like I'm enough because I'm deciding to wait on myself. There's not enough conversation about.
You're not enough. You're boring. You're lame. You're probably bad in bed. You probably can't kiss. You probably can't hold a fun conversation. No one likes you. That's why you're on the internet. You're not enough. You're right.
Out doing it the right way for us as men.
Spot on, and absolutely nothing but facts. Again, doing things in the right order with structure, and it's a form.
Listening to this dude remind me of Popeye's biscuits, bro. Like, God, jeez Louise. Free, can you change the pitch of your voice or something?
Foreign concept in many in Black society. I mean, it's not just Black society, but I mean, I'm speaking on it from the angle as being a Black man and hearing this, being over 30, is a red flag nonsense.
Thing screams red flag and commitment issues more than a man in their 40s and 50s that has never had children, never had any kids, and never been married. I want to ask him, like, what have you been doing, boo? What have you been doing?
He's been making red pill videos. That's what he's been doing. He's been digesting his daily Kevin Samuels content, and he's roboting it up, spitting out these red pill manosphere talking points, getting the bag. You know, he's probably traveling a lot. He's probably in Thailand, messing with the girls that got men parts, and he's probably, you know, over in other places buying the butt because he's a cornball, and that's what they do with themselves, right? They run up a bag reciting these talking points because they're very popular, and they gain an audience because most men that are on these platforms are lost and need real guidance. And because these dudes have a platform, people listen to them, and so people listen to them, and they see that they have a little bit of a setup, and they're, you know, responsible, and they are professional. People follow them. But the problem is, when you follow these dudes and spit these talking points, I want you to notice something. And notice this, that the talking points stay the same, but their lifestyle changes. So like they can say the same thing, but the talking points stay the same, right? And the reason why I'm saying that's an issue is because they're making all this money, right? But you, the consumer, right? All you're doing is sitting, waiting for them to entertain you every day. There's a dude, I'm not gonna say his name, right? He does like 3 hour shows twice a day. And literally he has it timed to where he has a morning shift and a night shift. And he comes in, there's 2,000 people waiting for him to talk. And all he does is say the same YouTube talking points over and over again. This dude is traveling all around the world. And guess what his fan base is doing? Waiting for him. Waiting for him. Why is that bad, Chris? It's bad because he's elevating his lifestyle. You're staying the same. And all that leads to Desert Johnson, because you can know all these little red pills. Red pill is the opposite of attraction. It's the opposite of getting the things you want in life. It's the opposite of fun, desire, lust, and passion. It's the opposite, because it's the perspective of life from the person that's on the ground eating dirt. It's not from the perspective of the person that has a trophy. Just think about it.
Doing with your life? I get prioritizing yourself, but did you take it a little too far? Because now you're in your 40s and 50s and you've never been married and you have no kids. I'm confused. The math ain't mathin'. The red flags are flying. I don't understand. I don't understand, because there's nothing sexier than a man that's a good dad, or even a pappy for that matter.
Pappy.
Okay, little salt and pepper pappy. Okay, I'm here for it. I know y'all are going to come at me in the comments, and it's okay. It's okay.
They're gonna come at you in the comments because they're cornballs. They're gonna attack you because you're going against their little red pill narrative of, oh, you know what? I'm saving myself for the perfect woman. The perfect woman will come to me if I just keep listening to I Need Some Understanding. The perfect woman will come to me because I'm financially responsible. I work out and I spit red pills, and that's all I need to do to get women is do that. I keep listening to this brother, and God will deliver me a woman. Now you guys sound like women. That's what happened, lady. These dudes are straight smoking, just on that lost red pill pack, and they can't get off of it because they high off of it. Imagine, right? If someone could tell you, look, all the things that happen in your life are someone else's fault, right? Your money you make, the car you drive, where you live, the food you eat, is always someone else's fault, right? And they were on YouTube. It's free. And every day you get to hear this, right? Now you have a delusion, but then it gets better because now they have a community of these deluded people that come together and they hold hands and they sing kumbaya over how life is not fair. And that's what this is. It's just a whole bunch of dudes of, I'm unattractive. I'm not 6 feet tall. I don't have a jawline. If you're black, I'm not a pookie. If I was a pookie, if I had tattoos, women would like me. I don't have tattoos. I don't look like what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. You know, I'm not 6'8", the king. You know, they don't like. I'm not Duke Dennis. They don't like me, man. They just don't like me, man. And that's all what this is. It just, they come together, they cry together, they whine together. And then what they do is they find women online that say things that are, kind of out there, and then they poke fun at them. And this is how they build. Actually, they don't even build confidence. This is how they get their hit of feeling self-worth.
Okay, I still love you. You got some explaining to do, because what have you been doing this whole time?
I told you.
40, 50-year-old men, no marriage, no kids.
Buying butt.
Screams commitment issues to me. I mean, I still love you.
Tricking.
Still love you.
They be tricking.
You might want to be rethinking those decisions right about now.
Just because you have children does not make you a good dad. We've seen numerous examples of
Everybody know it ain't tricking
about this. again, anyone can lay down and have a child. That does not make you a father. Being present in your children's lives, being a good example, being able to provide for these children. These are the things that are very, very important. So just because you laid down and had children, it doesn't make you a good father. So I
That's
don't know
not what she said, you goofy bro. That's not what she. That's what I said. These dudes do not know how to listen, bro. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. That's oh my god. She said, bruh, you haven't been married, you don't have no kids. What have you been doing? 40 and 50 years old, right? Now, if I'm taking, she probably has grown kids by looking at her, right? I mean, that's a fair question. I think so. It's a fair question. And if you are not man enough to answer the question, or if you're tricking, because you got some money, you want to go to Thailand, or what's the other one they go to? Brazil, and you're tricking, then tell, hey, look, I was tricking. I've been tricking. I tricked all my 30s because I'm a passport bro, and I like to give women money so I can get that butt. That's what I like to do. If you a man, you can just tell her that, and maybe she'll stay. Maybe she'll keep talking to you, or maybe she'll just walk away. But that's what she wants to know. What have you been doing, right? Especially if you're one of these dudes where you're saving yourself for the perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, I mean, nothing in your 30s. You're in your 40s, still nothing. She's looking at you like, is all she might be thinking in her head this, and this is even worse, fellas. Are you impotent? I'm just saying, you guys gotta listen and shut up, bro. You guys just be talking to run your mouth and just saying a whole bunch of nothing because there's nothing behind what you're saying. Oh, I'm responsible. I'm doing this, dude. She's clearly in her 40s or 50s. Right? If she's dating someone, she wants to know what you've been doing with your time, bro. If all you've been doing with your time is working, right? That probably to her it seems like you're probably not going to be a good lover. I'm not a woman, so I can't say she's wrong or wrong. I'm just saying think about it from her point of view. I know it's hard because you're goofy and you're gameless, but just geez, God.
This logic that she has that just because a man doesn't have any children at a certain age, again, it's a red flag. It's absolutely ass backwards logic. Again, some people, men or women, just do not want to have children at all.
Well, can you
but
say
in most cases, a lot of
please?
Honestly, I think some of the best men are the ones who choose to have children, later on. Again, because as a man, you understand when you have a child, that's your lineage. That's your, that's your bloodline. You want to make sure that you're in the best you're in the best financial position. You're in the best mental state. You want to be the best so you can give your child the best, and you don't have to have this struggle.
Like I literally,
so many times we bring these children into the world and they struggle. They can't have this. They can't have that. They don't grow up in a stable environment. And I just don't get why.
I can't do it. Listen, when you listen to dudes like this talk, it reminds me of like being in class, right? And you're like in a theater class, so it's like 50, 60 people, and you're like way up in the back, and it's like a boring ass subject, like chemistry or something like that. And the person that's talking is like really broken English. It's like this, like you're trying to listen, but the person English is not very good, and then you're up high, so you really can't see what they're saying, but you're trying to be engaged, but you're struggling with it. I just feel like these dudes don't understand, like when you're interacting and you're doing your thing and you're being entertaining, you're being fun, like where's the enthusiasm, bro? Like, man, jeez Louise, bro. And then he just repeats the same thing over and over again. This dude said, "Oh, I think they're the best people." Why do you think that? Because that's what you are. I mean, it doesn't all this doesn't really matter because it's all based off of her opinion of her situation. If she thinks this, it's fine because it's her opinions. It's not, once again, she is not wrong because that's what she wants for herself. Simple as that. Next video. Like, it's you trying to tell her, listen, logically, baby, if 1 + 1 = 2, then 2 + 2 = 4. And if 4 + 4 = 8, you're just like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Sit down, be quiet, and close your mouth. Right? He gave us 2 ears, 1 mouth. That means you should listen double than you speak. Damn.
Women somehow think that, men with having multiple children, and in some cases they're not even able to see these children, is a flex.
Man, I seen one girl say she can't date a man that's a good father.
Y'all, I promise you guys, I really do. Some guys should not turn on the camera. This man said, I saw a video where a woman said, I can't date a dude that's a good father. And he chose to say that online. Why, my ass? Because he has incel energy. Right? Why does he have incel energy? He has incel energy because when women say stuff like that, they're clearly trying to get attention, which you gave them. Every time you comment, make a video, do any type of response back, you validate what the women say. I know you don't know that because you don't think enough, right? You're too busy talking, right? But when women say something, like for instance, if they say all men are unattractive, or let's say men that are 30 plus that don't have kids are weird, right? So they say that. Cool. If you respond back, that means a little bit might be true, even if it's not, because you're responding back. Now, if you don't respond, then it's woman talk and it just stays over there, and it can get big over there, but it's not ever going to be that big until a man says something, because it's about us. Do you understand that? You guys have to exercise discernment. I know you don't have it because a lot of you guys have female like mindsets and feelings and emotions, right? When women say something that you don't like online, you can keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Just keep going. Just keep scrolling. And if you're a real man, you would just not listen to women say online just all together. Like, because what they're saying is for them. It's not for you, right? If she's saying something, it's for her. It's for her. It's for her subscribers. It's for her followers. For her situation. It ain't for me. If a woman says something, that's for her. It's not for me. I don't internalize. You guys internalize what women say. Every little thing is just like, oh my God, you're being a. Let them have their opinion, right? Let them have. Just keep scrolling.
At some point, motherfuckers just be saying shit, bro. You just gotta ignore them. Then I seen somebody say, if he's single and over 30 years old and ain't got no kids, that's a red flag. Damn. What the fuck is so red flag about that shit? I just want to be the first one to say everybody don't need kids. Secondly, I'm gonna tell you what a red flag is. A deadbeat baby daddy. A man that don't take care of his kids, that's a red flag. A nigga that don't even know his baby diaper size, shoe size, shirt size, hat size, eye size, nothing. It's some dudes out there right now don't even know what school they kid go to. It's some dudes out there right now got 3 kids, 300 credit score.
Bro, he think he cooking too. That's the thing. He think he cooking. You not cooking. You losing. You listen, before you made the video, you was okay. Then you made the video, you lost. Like you took a nice L because you posted that. Women are the best trolls, bro. They just know how to get you guys so easily, man. Like, this is embarrassing, bro. This is, y'all need to regroup, you know, huddle up and come up with a better plan. Because if a woman can just say anything and you guys get in your feelings, bro, I'm gonna make just so much content off you dudes because this is so embarrassing, bro. Like this dude really thought he was cooking. It's like, bro, you weren't cooking. Like the lady before, the lady with the nose piercing was cooking because everything she said was a pain point. Nothing you said moved the needle for you because it doesn't matter, and the women already know. That's the thing. They're messing with you, bro. I know you don't know that, but they're messing with you. This has been CJ, the content connoisseur. I'm out of breath because I'm tired of listening to these dry, boring, just robotic dudes they're suffering from chop behavior, which is ugly behavior, and dry Johnson syndrome because these dudes do not get any water. They don't get no Dasani, they get no Fiji, they get no water, bro. It's bad out here for them, man. I'm out.